So hello everyone, it's your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we're gonna get into Complexion Corner episode 2. So since I tried a whole bunch of new complexion products, I figured we could talk about some of them today. I'm gonna do a separate dedicated one to all the bronzers and highlighters I've tried recently, so that'll be episode 3. But for right now, we're just gonna stick to concealers and setting powders and setting sprays. Well, I only have one setting spray, but that's because I have a lot of powders to talk about. So we're gonna start off with these concealers. So I'm currently wearing one of the concealers now. I have the Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape Ultra Creamy Concealer. So I have two different shades. This is the shade 47S Tan Deep Sand, and then I have the shade 35G, which is Deep Gold, which is the same shade I wear in the foundation, the Shape Tape foundation. I don't like this product at all. It retails for $27. I probably should have mentioned that. That review actually went up today while I am filming this. It seems like y'all didn't care either because only like 4 people watched. I'm like, oh, so you don't care about Tarte anymore either. But I was just curious to try it since, you know, it's supposed to be a hydrating version of the other one. It's supposed to help with the wrinkles and fine lines underneath your eyes. And it's supposed to be quite hydrating. I only found it hydrating in the middle of my forehead when I put it on. I didn't feel hydration anywhere else on any parts of my face when I put it on. And then I felt like the coverage was definitely lacking. Like, you know how the original was that thick, cakey coverage? This is like thin, creamy, like little to nothing. Like blends away to almost nothing. I don't feel like there's anything in my eyes. Like right now I have it on and I had mixed it with the other one and I still feel like it hardly looks like it has anything on. So I would not recommend these at all. I do not like them. If you're a person who likes light coverage and wants hydration and then I guess it would be good for you. So basically this is probably more a dry skin person's friend, because I figure you don't need a lot of coverage underneath the eyes. I don't know, but I don't recommend this for anybody with oily skin like me or oily combination skin. This just isn't a good product. Tina the Fancy Face said the same thing. I know one of you all commented on that video and told me that you didn't like it either, so it's not just me. Like, this is just not what it is, Tarte. Stop trying to ride the Tarte Shape Tape train and just, you know, like, get you something else to ride, get you something else to do. I don't know. Now, have you all noticed they're trying to ride like the Man Eater train now? Because I just saw they came out with another like Man Eater palette, and then they had a Man Eater palette before that. So now I guess they realize Shape Tape has been driven to the ground, and like the Tartelette thing, I guess they're not doing as much. Now they're trying to drive the Man Eater into the ground. It's like, why don't you just come up with new stuff instead of driving everything else into the ground? I don't know. But next we have some setting powder. So I'll start off with one I had already talked about before. I just bought a different shade. If you all remember the Beauty Blender Bounce Powder Soft Focus Gemstone Setting Powder, I had got this in the shade Chocolate that I reviewed the last time, but I got this different shade Nutmeg here, so I figured we could talk about it. You all saw me put this on in, I'm pretty sure y'all saw me put it on the Pat McGrath video, or it was the Tarte Concealer video. I don't remember which one it was, but I know you've seen me put this on in one of those videos. The powder looks amazing. The powder feels nice. It looks just as nice as the chocolate one. I didn't pull out the box because, you know, you saw it in that video, so it's not like you haven't seen it and seen what the color looks like. But this is a really nice powder. I'm not exactly excited that I have 2 shades, but I know the darker one will work in the summertime, and I know I can use this one now. Not that I really needed one for now, but I just wanted to see what the differences in colors would be. So yeah, I really love this powder, and I would recommend you buy it during the 21 it's like 21 days. I was about to say 21 days of beauty. I mean the Sephora VIB spring sale. That's what I mean to say. Okay, so next powder I have, you can actually get for 30% off on Tatcha's website right now. So I feel like you already know what I'm talking about. This is, of course, the Tatcha the Silk Powder. I need to go on their website and get the brush right now. I'm hoping I can get the 30% off the brush because I'm like, I will definitely buy it. But when they told me, I think, I commented on their page and asked how much it was, and I think they said it was $88. I was like, ooh, no, not for one brush. No, no. Like, I buy a whole set of reference brushes for cheaper than that. I can't. Anyway, this is the powder. This is the casing. Mine is dirty with makeup on it from when I took the top off, I guess. So I'm going to have to clean that off at the end because it's annoying me, especially because I feel like it's messing up the pretty purple. This is what it looks like on the inside. The powder is really nice. The only thing is I don't like the way you're supposed to apply it. Like, I don't like applying it with a brush, but when you apply it with a sponge, then you get a whole bunch of glittery reflex. But I feel like when you apply it with a powder brush, it doesn't give as much coverage as I would like, especially around underneath the eyes. So underneath the eyes, I would press it in with a sponge still. It's just when you're doing it on the rest of the face, you need to dust it in because otherwise you'll just have a really glittery, crazy effect, as you all saw in the video when I used this product here, but I really like it. I really like it for underneath the eyes though. Like I would not dust it all underneath the face, because although it says it's translucent, I feel like it gives like its golden glow behind with it, and you know, like I don't want my whole face to have a golden glow. I'd rather it just underneath the eyes have that nice radiant glow to make them look bright in the places I highlighted on my face. So I'm only going to use that for the places I highlight my face with concealer, and otherwise I'll just use a skin tone powder like that Beauty Blender one I showed you, or the one we're going to talk about right now, which is the Jaclyn Hill, what is this, Luminous Powder in the shade Feeling It. Feeling It is the darkest shade they make. I have the old packaging because I bought it when Morphe had a 50% off sale. So mine in the old packaging was only $16, but this product retails for $32 if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on the price, but I'm pretty sure it was 50% off, so that means it had to be 32. This is what the color of the powder looks like. Now with this, they say it's supposed to be like the Tatcha one where you're supposed to dust it all over your face with a brush. Personally, I use a sponge to put this in because it just gives me a nice glow from within situation, if you must know. And I really like that about it. So I'm glad to have this. I actually have another one at home. So this is the one I leave here, and then I have a brand new one that I had ordered to leave at my at home, and this one stays here at my grandmother's house since it's the older one. I also have, y'all know I have a dupe for this though. It is the NYX High Glass powder. That is definitely a dupe for this. You all will see it on my Instagram stories probably later on sometime in the week, because I'm trying to get into the Instagram story thing. I'm not really big on it, but you know, I'm trying over here. I'm trying. But yeah, this powder is really nice. I will give Jaclyn that. This powder is really nice. And what I like about it is it's supposed to be a dupe for that Lancome powder that she uses all the time. But she was smart enough to make colors for everybody, not just make colors for, you know, medium to maybe, sorry, from fair to like maybe medium. So I don't know if tan people can even use that shade. So I don't know if Karen Harris can use that powder, but I know she can use this one because they have one right before mine that should work for someone her skin tone. So if you're Karen's skin tone, you should be able to get one in the Jaclyn one, even if you can't in the Lancome one. I don't know though, because since they don't make it in my color, I can't tell you. But I can tell you the Jaclyn's powder is really nice. The only thing is you probably have to wait for a 20% off coupon or something, because this is obviously not one of the brands that you can use the 20% off coupon or the $3.50 off 15 or whatever, because if it's a $32 powder, that's not happening. But I will say it is quite nice. If you're looking to add a powder, that was one of the things that she initially came out with the first go round, and it actually turned out well. So there's that. Okay, so now we're going to get into some pressed powders. So I'm going to start off with the most recent video I did, which is the Dior Face and Body Powder No Powder Professional Performance Perfecting Translucent Powder Natural Radiant Blur Finish All Day Mattify. Like, honey, these names, like, why is this name so long? Just say it's a no powder, translucent pressed powder. Like, and that was a lot, but you know, compared to all the stuff I just read, child, anybody got time for all that, okay? Anyway, I have the shade 6 in Neutral. I know the Fancy Face uses my shade as a bronzer for her skin tone, and she wears the shade 4 in. So if you're around the Fancy Face's color, then you would wear 4 in. But I wear 6 in because I wear 6 in the foundation, so I just bought the matching powder for my foundation. This stuff looks amazing. It is so beautiful on the skin. It gives us like a natural glowy finish. And everything's talking about how it blurs skin now. Now, I don't know if I think it blurs skin or whatever. I know on certain parts of my face, I felt like it blurred the skin there. But this stuff is amazing. Get this during the sale. Definitely. Go reach up and grab it. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Another powder I'm going to recommend is the Kosas Cloud Set Baking, Setting, and Smoothing Powder. Now, according to the Fancy Face, I have the shade Velvety. According to her, she said this oxidizes the mixture foundation deeper. So she bought a shade lighter, and I think she said it ended up working out perfectly for her. I bought my shade, so this is the shade Velvety. I was going to buy the shade Up To, and I chose to buy this one instead because I thought it would be too light. But I had forgot that, you know, when you put it on your face, it'll get darker, if you will. But I'm fine with this shade. You know, it looks nice. It feels nice and airy, and it doesn't feel like you have anything on your face, which is what I appreciate about this powder. Especially when it gets hot in the summertime, I'll definitely be utilizing this more, just because I don't want that heavy powder feeling on my face, because it's like you're already sweating, you already have on makeup. You want products that are quite light and airy, so that way it doesn't feel like you have a lot on your face, and this will definitely get the job done. So I could wear one of my, you know, Your Skin But Better foundations, like the Catrice one. I would wear that, and then I would put this on top, and then try to find a concealer that doesn't do a lot of creasing or caking up on the skin, and I feel like that'd be a great combo for the summertime. So this is definitely going to be something that I utilize a lot in the summertime. This and the Dior one probably. I'm going to try to utilize more of my pressed powders. I will still be using some of my loose powders, obviously, because I have so many, like the Beauty Blender one. I'm definitely going to use that. I might use the Jaclyn Hill one, I don't know, but I'm going to be trying to utilizing more pressed powders than loose powders, just because I feel like they feel a little bit lighter weight, if you will, because you're using a brush instead of like dipping a sponge in and pressing quite a bit of powder in your face. But that's just me. The last one I have to talk about is the McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. So this powder is in the shade yellow. Now you all know I have the original shade in dark. The dome broke on it though, so that's why I don't open it on camera. But this is what the yellow one looks like. I think it's just a gorgeous yellow shade. It is a little bit brighter of a yellow than I normally like. I like the color of her pressed powder better. But I understand why she made this a little bit lighter, so that way a variety of skin tones could put underneath their eyes because of the lightness, as opposed to the one that she has in the loose setting powder. It's a little bit darker, so everybody might not be able to use it, and I'm sure she wanted a multitude of skin tones to be able to use it. Thus she made it this little bit of a lighter yellow instead of a deeper yellow like I prefer. Anyway, I have this on my under eyes right now, and I highlighted my face with it, and I think this is a gorgeous powder. It's really lightweight. I feel like it does keep the under eye brightened all day. So as long as you have a good concealer underneath, it won't show any darkness. The reason it's showing darkness now is because, like I told you, I had on that Tarte concealer, and honey, it is not it. But this powder is beautiful on the skin. I mean, it is just absolutely stunning. If you can grab one, I definitely recommend that you get one, because it is simply amazing. So she's having 30% off sale on her website now when you spend over $150. So I mean, if you grab one of the eyeshadow palettes, the Mothership palette, and then you grab this, that'll get you to that 30% off. And you can have this powder, or you can see if it's going to come to Sephora, because I know right now she's saying it's exclusive to her website, so I don't know how long it's going to take for it to get Sephora, and if they'll be there before the sale is over. That's me telling you to check out her website. But even if you don't, you can get 25% off when you spend under $125. So this is 30 bucks, and that's under $125, so that's still a better deal than it would be at the Sephora sale. So if you're going to get this, I suggest you get it off Mother's website. And we only got one more thing to talk about, so I think I've been doing good, because I usually be rambling. Let's see if we still recording, girl. Oh my God, we are. I got done with that in less than 20 minutes, child. Anyway, so I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.